Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Happy Sunday.
So, sis, how
Happy
was your
Sunday.
week?
My week was pretty good. Pretty good. Went by really fast. It felt like I got to Friday really quick. But yeah, it was good. My baby had a band competition yesterday. They came in third out of 38 schools, so that was good. Um,
That's what's
but yeah,
up.
uh, how about yourself, Paya?
It was very good. Like I had a good week, a lot of great stuff happening as always, and always grateful for the holiday, for the weekend rather, just to have a break a little bit, sleep in a little
Get
bit. So
that.
I'm very, very grateful. Now, all that I wasn't even
Yeah.
yawning and started yawning.
Yeah,
Lord
see, you
Jesus.
already know my energy tired today, so don't be yawning. Like
Yeah, I'm
that's
sorry,
contagious.
y'all. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Well, sissy,
What's
listen.
up,
Do you
Tasha?
do you know
Hello,
one of the
Iya.
reasons why we do those fun facts that we like to show? Sissy?
Absolutely. Yeah, just a kind of a reminder of what our ancestors went through and what they had to endure for us to be here in 2023 present day. Soon to be 20. Can y'all believe we got 2 months left in the year almost? Like we're gonna be in 2024.
That's so true. That's so true. So, Khadijah, what made you pick this particular fact about? And this is a special Odu that we start off the show with to our ancestors who were enslaved here in the Americas, because I think sometimes we say a lot of really ignorant things like why they keep talking about slavery. My ancestors was Cherokee. Like, what the fuck? Like, what they got to do with anything? No, because it really kind of gets on your nerves, and it'd be like from some of the
Hmm.
most blackest people you ever seen. Like the Indian people gonna want to take your ass. I don't know. I just feel like we have to figure out a way of understanding what they went through and how much that reflects on who we are today.
Yeah,
So
I
that,
agree.
yeah,
I
that,
agree.
yeah, yeah.
I
So,
picked this one because I laugh extremely loud. Like if something's really funny to me, you can hear me in the next room over, you can hear me down the street. That's most of black people when we're having a good time. We laugh so loud. And so just to not be able to be my authentic self and laugh when I think something is funny or give my real laugh or have to hide my laugh. That's just a freedom that we take, a luxury that we take as a luxury. So for some ancestors, laughing wasn't cool. So they had something called a laughing barrel where because many enslaved African Americans were closely watched, they could not express their emotions openly. So they couldn't
hmm,
they couldn't show happiness. One creative solution to this problem was for the individuals to place his or her head in the barrel and then laugh with delight. All of the overseers out of the overseers earshot. Based on this history, the laughing barrel has come to represent the uh, repository of African American humor and the distinctive combination of suppression, resistance, and transcendence that marks African American culture. And that makes me think when it said not show emotion, how often do we hear people, black people can't be, if we talking loudly, we're aggressive. If we're laughing too much, we're goofy. We're crying, we're weak. We're never allowed to just be ourselves and be able to express our emotions in our real time and the way we really feel. We even have
hmm.
conditions on the way that we express ourselves and our emotion. So I thought that's why I picked that one.
I think that that is really good. I think that I don't know. I feel like we got to do a better job of understanding where some of the stuff we do, where it comes from, what's the origins of it. And I'm not saying something we did in Africa. I mean, that would be cool because sometimes that is the origin, like dancing or whatever. But I see us do things that come directly out of that particular time period, and then we try to make excuses for it instead of recognizing what it is and then making adjustments to have joy. I think the answer to
Yeah.
this is to laugh as loud as you want to laugh, be as joyful as you want to be. I just feel
Hmm.
like even in slavery there was so much effort on the microest of levels to take anything from black folks that would bring us joy, love, happiness, anything that made us a human being. They tried to strip
Anything that brought a
all of that
smile to
away.
our face. Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
agree. I
Anything,
agree.
and even sometimes when I'm working with certain groups, not all, but they have a way of like always wanting to stop and ask you, what you doing? None of your motherfucking business. Why you gotta
Uh-huh.
ask me what the fuck I'm doing? I ain't see you ask none of these white people you walk past how you doing. Like even today I was somewhere and I was waiting for my order and this white little three white ladies stand. They was old as dirt, and they said they liked my outfit, which is what I had on. And I was like, thank you. And one lady said, yeah, my mother lived in my sister was a missionary and she worked in Uganda, so I'm familiar with your clothes. Now, why the fuck you to tell me that?
They
Why?
always want to feel like they can relate to you. Like, bitch, shut up. That is so annoying to me.
So
You
it's just
already know.
all of these little, and she probably thought she was being an ally. She probably thought that she was making me feel some way.
Hmm.
I don't need you to do that because y'all have did such a great job of doing that. Like even with our ignorant
Absolutely.
ass president, when this fool says some stupid shit that poor people are just as smart as white kids. What was the purpose of that, Mr. President? Was poor code for black? What I mean, we keep forgetting this man is a straight racist. I know a lot of black people like him because some of us are in love with our oppressors, and that's fine. But you don't get to speak for me. You got a car. Oh yeah, no. So anyway, I don't know, sissy. I thought that this was a great fact because also, do you think this has anything to do with people not wanting to smile sometimes in pictures?
I don't know. I don't even know if people even know this fun fact. But not a fun fact, it's historical fact. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's why I don't want to smile in pictures. Or maybe we just been conditioned not to smile. People used to always say our mom always looked so angry, but because she always had a serious face on, sweetest person ever. But she kind of walked around with a look on her face, like maybe it was a "don't fuck with me" face, maybe it was a "got a lot on my mind" face. But my mom used to have a very serious face, and then when she smiled and talked to you, like, oh, But she used to walk around. She always walked with her head up high. That's probably why I do it. But I don't know. Maybe it's something we didn't even know that was woven into our fabric of our DNA from our ancestors. And maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
why we don't smile at people. Maybe that's why we don't like to express joy. Maybe that's why, sometimes people get good news, don't even want to share it because it may
Mm,
come off as bragging to some people, or it may come off as, putting people down and belittling people. Some people don't even want to share their good happenings with anybody, and that's a
mm.
sad place to be in. Um, I don't know, very annoying and genuine. But yeah, it is, Tina. That to me, when white people come to me like you're like, oh my God, like I got twisted in my hair. They always want to come pull my hair. I popped a lady hand in the store before for touching my bantu knots. Old white lady reached her hand up as if I was a puppy and touched my hand, and I popped the shit out of her hand. But yes, it's insulting to me. It's insulting and very annoying because we're not show ponies, we're not show dogs. So, I don't need you to compliment my clothes. I didn't wear them for you to like them. I wore them because that's what the hell I'm comfortable in. I didn't wear them so for you to acknowledge that you know somebody that did missionary work in Uganda. Like she's probably missionary work in the fucking city she's from. It's probably underprivileged people right there where they live at in a different part of their neighborhood right here in America. They don't get you no passes with me because you done did some missionary work in Uganda. Like, get the
Yeah,
hell out of here with that. It's annoying. What's going on, Amber Redmond?
yeah.
What's going on?
I also that contribute that too, Khadijah. I think sometimes white people don't understand that they are continue to work with their ancestors when they act like somehow black people are unique when they're wearing something that is indigenous to them. Because you thought you had
Something that
took
they,
it
yeah.
all.
Absolutely. It's almost like they now have to talk to you to figure out, well, how did this Negro escape it? What is she doing that she gets to wear cultural clothes? It's almost, wait a minute, they have their natural hair. Wait a minute, it's like, it's almost like, how did they make it out? You become like a fucking unicorn. Oh,
Yeah.
I seen the black lady there. She had on all garments, no hair weave, no perm. She didn't have on any straight lace shoes. She didn't have on any Michael Kors. She just had on
Yeah.
some fucking African fabric. And oh my God. And so you almost become like a unicorn. They got to figure you out.
And
That's how I feel.
what gets me too. Sometimes I'll see continental Africans and they be looking at you strange because they be trying their damnedest to fit into Western
To be,
culture. And then they look at you like, well, why are you wearing that? And it's like, dude, you get to come to this great country because of me and my
and
ancestors.
and
Because y'all
number
did such
some
a
of them
great
are
job.
so and some of them are so brainwashed with Western culture that they only wear their garment in ceremonies, and they don't express it every day. They only wear it at weddings or if they in something in just their community. It's almost like they don't want to acknowledge that they're continental Africans, as you call it. I like that term.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that just
but
kind of let
yeah.
you know where they're coming from. I
Hmm.
also find too that um, some of them don't really know who they are. I do think it's a difference in being colonized in your own house as opposed to being
Mm,
kidnapped. I don't do
most
fantasy shit.
definitely.
So I definitely
Most
think it's very
definitely.
different. I also think black people, some of us are in
I don't
search
think we
of
were all
our
kidnapped.
identity. Well, purchase, so I use them all. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is it's obvious that we were
Different doing
taken
that on
away from
different lands
something. Yeah. And y'all just kind of gave the white man y'all shit because it's too many of
because they
y'all
wanted
and
because
not enough for them.
they really wanted to be white people too. That's the whole thing.
Well,
They thought that was the master. They thought that the beauty standards. Look at the bleaching going on in Africa and all these black countries. You know, dark melanated countries. All this bleaching of the skin. To them, the ultimate uh, um, beauty standard is white women. You know, I watch some of their movies on Netflix. They have really good storylines. I like that.
me too.
But
Me
a
too.
lot of them women are bleached so much and have such hair weaves. You know, like they just really want to look like Europeans, and that is crazy as hell to me. Like
You know what?
and they
Before
still
we
on their
yeah,
land, have all their culture, have their language still, had no there no generations of grandparents. So it's almost like you willingly walked on the plantation to become some, to be I don't know, I don't get it. Not on the plantation, but you
no, I
willingly
know what you
walked
mean.
into the colonizer's home to let him brainwash you. That shit is sick. That's crazy. I like Amber said fake fascinated. I like that Amber because that's exactly what they are. Fake fascinated. Yes, they wear those George Washington wigs in the
Yes.
courthouse. Yeah, it's like they really want to be. It's yeah, and that's like and they're on their home turf. They still get to do their culture. They have their native tongue. They have their native customs. They have everything. So why do y'all need these people? Like what? I don't get it.
I
That's why I
think
love
that
to watch stuff
yeah,
and I see them doing their own traditional dance and shit. I think that is great. Keep that shit going, y'all. Before you start, Amber said some of the Africans in Africa think so many falsehoods about America. They are being lied to.
they also have the internet, Amber, and there's too many other people over there. That's like us saying that the white man lied to us, but we know better because we're intelligent human beings, correct? See, I was raised that
Yeah.
anytime a white person tell you something, please check it out because he's probably lying.
Mhm.
Maybe you didn't come up like that, Amber, but I was always told you can never trust a white person as far as you can throw them. I've never attempted to throw a white person. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. So I have to check it out and look it up. I think Africans are very intelligent. Like, there's more Africans in America that have PhDs than any other African that's in the United States. They don't have one
Mhm.
PhD. They have like 3 and 4 PhDs each. So these people aren't dumb, but sometimes you just have to be honest that you signed on to the enemy. Now, my thing is, I think we got to stop making people victims that are not victims. When you come against your own, you get to be on the other side. You don't get to be a victim and screw me too. Like, that's not
And
gonna
I
work.
think sometimes people pick and choose what part of history they want to remember and embrace. Like everybody know how the hell we got to America. Everybody know, who played a part in this. Some of their ancestors over there in Africa. That's why they still have land and riches over there. And but we
Hmm.
know how we got here. Some people pick and choose what part of history they choose to believe and accept. Peace, brother Wangon, because they don't want to do the work they don't want to admit that they're living a falsehood. Are they living a lie? Some people are very comfortable with the position that they're in life right now, and they're very comfortable with the African American being right over here at the bottom of the totem pole, straight up. So they pick and choose. They know how the hell we got over here. That's why they come over here and try to go to the best universities and live in white neighborhoods and be around white people. They know what it is.
Yeah, and I
Peace,
don't think that's.
Erica. Hmm.
So sis, this article I came across talked about a rites of passage for black girls and women now raise deep suspicions. This is basically about hair relaxers and how it makes you sterile, which means you won't
And
even have
causes
any,
cancer.
and causes cancer, which means you probably won't be able to have any children. And my thing is this: I remember reading about this years ago. I guess there's some lawsuit against L'Oreal, Revlon, and other
Dark
makers
and
of chemical
lovely.
hair straight, yeah, straight chemical straight hair. And my thing is this: how do we, as a people, stop using things like that if we know that it will cause cancer, cervical cancer, as well as make you sterile? Because I think that
And I
this is
wouldn't be
something that we talked
surprised.
about for a minute.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it caused fibroids. 'Cause I know so many black women, particularly my age group. because
Yeah.
I had to have fibroid surgery
I
and
did
partial
too.
hysterectomy.
I did
It's
too.
so many black women. I used to perm the shit out of my hair. I had updos. I used to wear finger anything, slick it back, ponytail, whatever you want to do, French rolls. And I know so many black women of my age group that now have fibroids or suffering from fibroids. So it's definitely a link in there. And any chemical you put in your body is going on your hair, but it's going through your scalp into your body. So it's going into our bloodstream. It's going into everything. So that was the same thing with the Johnson & Johnson baby powder. That was causing cervical cancer. Because we're putting that on the most private areas we have that seep through our pores. So I definitely believe this is true. It probably caused more shit. We'll probably hear about that a few more years down the line as other things develop. But people still use them because they just brainwashed. Like I don't. And to be honest, I don't know any people right now that I know in my circle that wear a pepper perm. I really don't know anybody at this present moment, but I do see people. There's a link between relaxers and fibroids. See, I didn't know that, but I'm because we used to rock some perms. Everybody I know at that age wore
Hmm.
perms. You know what I mean? To get them salt and pepper haircuts and stuff. No, I'm just joking. But um, yeah, it's definitely yeah, it's definitely a link. I don't know. It's a yeah, it's a chemical, any chemical.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
just
people
seen
just are
that.
so used to being conditioned, they don't want to change it. It's just like why some people still eating pork. And you sit a pork chop on the counter, you see how the worms come out. It's why some of us need to really stop cutting out all meat. You see how big drumsticks are, but we still gonna get a piece of chicken. I think it's just something you have to be ready to do it and really understand. I did too. Stopped about 15 years ago. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a
I did
long
the
time. I
same
don't know
thing.
nobody
Me
that really
too.
wear a perm right now.
Yeah.
I
But
don't think they want to give up the straight look. Yep, I agree with that too, Amber. Don't want to give up the
yeah.
straight look or that slick back. And a lot of people used to get perms and then say they was missed because their hair laid down. So people if we really let that shit be natural, we gonna see all the for real cord thickness. You know what I mean? When I was pregnant, my OBGYN told me to stop relaxing my hair. Yep. Yeah, it's a chemical,
Yeah.
y'all. It's a
That's
chemical.
deep. That's real. I just thought that was an interesting article. I'm glad I got a chance to check it out. I knew about this, but I also didn't necessarily know how much of why we never talk about this. And when you see all of these black women talk shows, I don't hear them really talking about this because most of them probably still putting it in their hair.
Yeah,
You know what
probably
I'm
so. Or
saying?
have
So
a
I just
contract with them to say they putting it in their hair so we can use it.
yeah, that's
A
crazy.
lot of these products that these celebrities endorse, they don't even use themselves. And they get it free. You know what I mean? So they endorse stuff so that we can buy it and they don't even use the shit.
That's real talk. Hey, I'm going to show this piece, and then we're going to get into a little bit more harder of topics. And I hope that y'all will roll with this. I know that we live in a time where it's not really safe to give your opinion, even if you craft it up really nice. It just hasn't been really safe for us to do that. No, seriously, for some of us to do that. So I
Hmm.
came across this piece right here. And this says we are all humans until religion separates us, politics divide us, wealth classifies us, and race disconnects us. And I also want to, well, I'm going to leave it right there.
So
What's
go
your
ahead and
thoughts
say
on
what
this,
you was gonna
Khadijah?
say.
Because I was going to say, I also think this thing about gender need to be included to this. Because I really think some of us have lost our damn minds when we start doing things around that whole topic without parents' consent. I think it's very far reaching. And I feel like that's really not a good thing. Like to teach people's kids about gender and stuff like that. I don't even think that's your place.
It's
But I mean,
definitely not
that's
their
me.
place.
Yeah,
It's no, it's you, it's me, it's a lot of people that feel that way. I think that's a pretty profound thing that you put up there because religion is supposed to love everybody, but there's so much division in religion that makes people not want to be bothered with each other. So it's almost like that's not even true. Religion is not love everybody and love thy neighbor and whatever else they say, do unto others and all that good stuff. People don't even abide by that. And religion, some religious people are some of the most negative, uh, vindictive people I've ever met in my life reside in church house or in some type of religious institute, the mosque somewhere. So yeah, that's definitely politics for sure. For sure. Wealth, hell
well,
yeah. We already know that's classifies us. And yeah, that was really good. And as far as the gender thing, yeah, that's not the teacher place to tell my child, my son, anything about, his penis and what he identify as and what he feel like. That's not their business. They are there to teach subjects, not gender. So yeah, no, and I
I
opted him out of that at Elk Grove. They started opening. maybe I say maybe 2 to 3 years ago, they sent out the curriculum they were going to use talking about gender, and I opted out of him in that class. I don't need y'all to teach him about. He know what a male and a female is. I don't need y'all to teach him y'all version of what the fuck it is. So no, he opted out of that. They had to give him an alternate subject related to health, but they were not going to talk about that with him.
So here's the thing. I want to start with religion right at the top. I feel like you can see that in all different facets, you know what I mean, of religious life.
Absolutely.
Definitely, Christian is probably the biggest one we know here in America because, there's a lot of Christians here. And I've known some true good Christians. And then I know people who just use religion to beat up other people. But if you was to take the checklist on their ass, they would flunk. Like they
Hmm.
don't be doing any of the shit, especially when we try to make people feel bad for having an abortion. But it clearly said you shouldn't be having sex if you ain't married. But we
Yeah.
skip right over that part and then get a conscious when it's
Mhm.
time to, or
Well,
I don't know
that's
if to
why
say anything.
every religion has an escape button too, where you can repent and then you can be forgiven for your sins. Every religion has an escape button. You can be born again in Christianity. You can take Salat and pray to Allah. Every religion has a reset button where you can
I
fuck up,
like
do
that.
everything you want to do, and then reset and bang you back holy, and then you can bang on people who's doing some of the same shit you did. It's
And you know
crazy.
what's really get me with the religious thing? And I'm not into all this stuff, but even watching this thing with Israel and Palestine, just to watch how people act like the Jewish people have some kind of special covenant that it's okay for them to basically annihilate a whole other group of people. And then it's like, but we're ordained by God. And I'll be like, what God is this? I need to get his phone number.
And what God will tell you to bomb children, and that's how you know that and it may be their God. Their God may be a demon. You know what I mean? They may be worshiping something that's not godly, and they're just using that term because I don't know any God that would tell you to kill innocent people. Like that's crazy. That's crazy as
I
hell.
get
Is
you.
what that is.
Amber got a comment.
Amber says it's all systematic racism. We are all equal unless we are black. We ain't even. That's true to a statement, but even with black people, we don't equal because some black people feel like they better than other black people. We got to,
Question.
yeah, he's so right.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
say
when they
I'm
use
not gonna say
religion,
systematic racism because I don't think some of us understand what racism is. Go ahead.
Tasha says, when they use religion as a weapon, it is no longer religion.
Yeah. But
It's true.
religion most for the most time is just things that are agreed upon by people who share common values. It's not even
Mhm.
I don't know. I just feel
Not
like
even, it ain't
I don't
even sanctimonious. It ain't even nothing
right,
holy. It's
right,
just, yep,
right.
I
It's just
got you.
nothing because anybody can have a religion. You can smoke cigarettes and make it a religion. You can walk backwards and make it a religion. I mean, yeah, I mean, when you do something all the time, it's called doing it religiously. It don't have to have any basis of truth in it, to be very honest with you.
Mhm.
It's kind of like we're gonna all say we're gonna all worship a head of lettuce, and then it become real because it becomes a religion because we say it is. But I just feel like I don't know what the checks and balances are with religion, or who does the checking and balancing, like who does that. I mean, I really don't know, but I also think this is closely tied to politics. So when we had our ignorant ass president say that poor children is just as smart as white children,
So-
but this is the president of the United States that y'all said that if you didn't vote for, he said if you didn't vote for him you weren't black. Now here's a man that's going to attempt to tell you what you
I
are
look
based
like I'm
upon your
still black.
political
I
station.
look like I'm still black, though. It
I
look
know.
like it. Go ahead.
No, no, no.
Gosh,
I mean,
playing over his ass.
this is the same man who is right now who is supporting Israel and killing a whole group of people. But he is also the dude who wrote that crime bill and got all the black men locked up. I just think we
Why a
keep
lot of
getting the
black women are
same
single.
fucking we keep getting the same lesson because we are so fucking hard headed. Like we
Oh,
just
yeah,
gonna
it's
make up
same
excuses
lesson.
for everything.
And it's like when somebody say they show you who they are, believe him. He's shown us who he is. We still don't believe him. It's like, you gonna believe his lying, his talking lies, or your real sight. You can see what the hell he's doing. You know what I mean? Do you know some students are losing their grants because they're in support of Palestine, and people are losing their jobs
Yes,
because they have spoke out against that?
yes,
Like, what happens to
yes.
freedom of speech? Like, how that is crazy
It's
to me.
it's
That
only
I'm gonna
free
tell
when
you
you
this.
say
They'll
what I
tell
agree
you.
with.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something. They say Jewish people say the chosen people, they sure running shit because they running the world.
That's
Whatever
real
y'all
talk.
done. They're running the world. You see how they shut them athletes down when they do some shit. They shut their contracts down. They take them off the TV show. Like, I don't know. They running shit for real,
Yeah, I'm
for
with
real.
you, Khadijah. I am with
I
you.
think that's sad.
So So that brings us to this teacher. Um, I don't. Why is it always got to be our fucking ass? Why does it have to always be fucking black people?
And
Help me understand that. I
it's
don't
sick.
understand
We
why
some
we
of the
always
sickest
got
people.
we got to be the fucking poster child for all the fuckery. Like I don't understand this shit.
Cause we the sickest ones out here, to be honest. Because we in
Oh
search of so
God.
much. Some of us are sick as hell. We don't know. That's why we don't know. But some people don't want to be called black no more. They don't want to be called African American. They've never been to Africa. Like they now they're just people of color. Like no, you're not of color. You're black. But it says fourth grade teacher says she only rewards her students that are LGBTQ and have them do a ritual. But the students that identify as straight doesn't get any rewards. I would say every student in there who uh uh she is discriminated against should be pulled from her class. She can stay a teacher. If the teachers, the parents are dumb enough to leave their kids in their classroom, that's on y'all. I would remove my child from that classroom so damn fast, it make their head spin. I wouldn't even trust her to change her curriculum. I
And I
wouldn't.
think they
She just
should
would
sue
not
her
be
for this.
teaching my
I think they
child.
should sue her for discrimination. That's my thing.
And you're probably gonna get a judge you're gonna agree with her because all this shit is sick and trickles down to me
That's
because
true.
they have to you have to get things approved to teach at school. So she can't just come up with her own goddamn rules. You know what I mean? So these people,
Mm.
all that they have an agenda to make these children very like in fourth grade, like 8, 9 years old. Yes, Amber, 8 and 9 years old, fourth grader. She done lost her whole mind. She probably just need a good ass whooping. Somebody black mommy to come up there and bust in her head. She needs a whole ass whooping is what she needs because that is at that age, I don't even think children should even be talking about gender and sexual orientation or genitals, period. They shouldn't be talking about any of that. No, she needs to be removed from the school system. You're not supposed to divide students. Trust, I'm telling y'all, this in the curriculum now in some schools where they talk about gender and they ask the children, what are your pronouns? What are your pronouns? Like it's a whole the whole. That's when people talk about schooling our own children. That really needs to happen because it's an overall thing for the system to make your children confused of gender. And I think that's just so people could be perverts. I'm gonna stick to that. I worked in the JSO program, went to a lot of counseling with these people. They don't want anybody to have gender. So when they violate someone's personal being, they can say they identify as a tree or they're the same. It's all for them to be gross and nasty. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, I
That's
just
just
see
my
this.
opinion.
I seen this black woman because I'm not even gonna call her a sister. I seen this a black a person who appeared to look like they could be black. I don't know. She could be multiracial. She could be some other shit. I don't know. But I'm gonna stop
Damn,
giving people
Wanda.
family titles. You don't get to have no family titles with me.
That
I
part.
just think that's very sickening, and I don't know why we are always happen to be the goddamn poster child. This shit is just it's just getting ridiculous. It really
I
is.
don't know if you
It's
bringing
just.
it. I don't
I'm
know if you
bringing it.
bring it up next, but it was
I am.
also a father who was upset because the teacher was letting them play dress up and had his son in a dress. So he went in the classroom and checked her. Don't put my son in a dress. She had him on a pink frilly dress and they was playing dress up, and he was like, "Yeah, no, not my son." And that's why when we was playing we was playing make believe when we was back then. The boy was always the daddy, or wanted, he was the construction worker. We worked in the kitchen. I don't know why they want black boys in dresses so much. I don't understand it. Well, I know why, but I don't know why nobody else don't understand it. Talking about it is one thing. She has created a negative culture that creates issues with kids. She's not supposed to divide the room. She is just there to teach. I agree with you wholeheartedly. She is there to teach.
Yeah,
But
I just
somebody
think
keep
this
bringing their
shit.
kids back to that class every day. For it
Yeah.
to be a ritual, she does. That means it's done more than once. It wasn't one experiment or see what's going on. It's a ritual. The school know about it. The parents know about it. Um, Some shit is just being accepted because it's an agenda. And I'm gonna say this again. I don't see Caucasian or non-black athletes in basketball or football with purses, skirts, and nail polish on. I don't see it. I don't so okay. Can't say it's a trend for this generation because it's young white boys that are in the NBA. They ain't coming there with no purse. Talking about it's a man bag. That's a purse. That's a pocketbook. You're going into your practice with a pocketbook. What happened to gym bags? What happened to gym bags? Y'all got pocketbooks, nail polish, and skirts on. That shit is crazy. And it's only the black athlete. You can't tell me that's not an agenda that they pushing. And think of how many young black kids. My son in there right now watching the Kings game. They are so impressionable with the different athletes and stars. You got to be careful to make sure you instilling in your kids the right shit. Because he can wear all the dresses he want out of this house, but ain't no dresses going on up in here. He don't even have that culture. But who buying their clothes? It's a kid. How a kid got who's buying your dresses and your purses? Shit is crazy to me. But yeah, I don't know. The kids not safe anywhere. They're really not. Kids are not safe anywhere. They attack them. Then school is where you get thought they're going for 8 hours a day or 6 hours a day to learn how to read, write, do math, some history. No, they in there now
But
teaching our kids about gender.
seeing all the goddamn homeless people all over the place, why ain't these same people so concerned with that? But people having food, clothing, and shelter. Like, where's your concern for that shit?
Well, it is concerned, but it's going towards the refugees and the immigrants they bringing in because the Ukrainians got housing, the Hispanic people that came here got housing. So yeah, they're just not concerned about Americans and housing.
Wow.
No, they're
That's
not.
really
Parents really need
sad.
to be involved more so than ever. Yeah, they really do, Tasha. Like it's sad because they under attack every day. They children are. Woo, they pumping it through everything, through TV shows, through commercials, through all the ads that come on YouTube, the ads that come on social media, the athletes, everybody. If I one more athlete come out saying he bisexual, I don't, and he already got 5 kids. Like I, I, I don't. I'm just, or no, or he's gay and he got five
No,
kids and
it's just
five
the
baby
way you
mamas.
said.
Boy,
It's the way you said the
because
shit. You
it's
said
annoying. Like you didn't hold around through the whole early 2000s and now you gay because it's like a thing now. It's almost like it's a trend
I
to be
think
gay.
black men
Like
do it because they feel like they're gonna be protected. That's what I
Niecy
think.
Nash was a whole sex symbol. You know what I mean? Now she got a woman that looked like a dude. Like you really want to do it though, because she looked like a straight up man. So are you gay or did you come up? Now she hosting all kind of award shows. Like I don't know. It's just. Mm-mm. Amber
I get you,
Tasha
sis.
says, blame Ronald Reagan for the homelessness, which is the mentally ill on the streets. And people who can't afford to live no goddamn where. I know people perfectly sane who can't afford to
Well,
live
I'll
nowhere.
say this. I think we'll give a little bit of blame to Ronald Reagan, maybe like 15%, because that was over 40 years ago. But no, I think you could blame the greedy ass rich people who went up on all of these rents. That was not Ronald
Hmm.
Reagan. So
I
you
know
could
people
rent a
with some
house
nice
back in the day for
jobs.
$800. That same house today is $2,500. That was not under Reagan. I know
Minimum.
we love to try to
Um,
throw that politic in there, but I just ain't gonna let you do it because I didn't pay. My mama didn't pay high rent under Ronald Reagan. But I'm her daughter, and before I bought my house, I had to pay some high ass rent for a house that was $800 back in 1980, and now that house today is like $2,500. So I know it just feels right politically, but that's really not true. All these homeless, we always have homeless vets, but we have never had it to this degree that we have it right now, even under Reagan, when he closed all the mental health hospitals. You know what I mean? I get that. But
we
what we're
have
seeing
whole
today,
families on the street now. We
yes,
have
yes. So it's
whole
not the
families
same
with
thing.
working parents that are
Yeah,
on the street. We have,
this is
yeah, it's a
it's
difference.
not the same
Tasha,
thing.
I mean, Amber said, as bad as I want a family, I'm glad I don't have kids in this environment.
Yeah,
But hey,
yeah.
Sister Belazar, Tasha says he shut down all their facilities that provide them home. Yeah.
But
Oh,
that's
we're
not all
agreeing
that's
with
on
you
the
on that.
street.
It was
What's on
mental.
the street? It was on the street now are whole families without mental health. Now I feel like living in society, everybody got mental health issues to me.
I know I do.
Because
I
people who
flash
deal
every
with
day when
people
I'm
who have
driving.
mental health, they end up getting mental health problems for dealing with people like that. So I'm just saying, like, I get the bringing up of Ronald Reagan, but shit, we could go to George, we can go to Clinton and talk about all the black men who went to prison, which took our protection away from our homes. But I don't hear black people
Real
talking
talk.
about Clinton because he's a Democrat, and most of y'all are Democrats. So y'all do a lot of shedding of bullshit too, because y'all don't want to admit that you've been voting for people who've been staunchly against black people. Because I don't like neither one of them,
Um,
Democrat or Republican. I don't like either one of them.
Amber said it's 2,000 for a one bedroom now, and it really is.
Yeah.
Tasha said for the house market crash that caused that happened in 2007, 2008. Now that's not Reagan, that's the rich. So I agree there.
Yeah, but it was the rich, but who was in power in 2008? Help me out. Who went and bailed those people out when all their money fell down? Because
Well,
Obama voted for that too when he was a senator.
mhm.
They all rushed. Matter of fact, he was running for president at the time. They all bailed out the rich. So my thing is, if we're gonna talk about it, let's not just talk about it when it's the Republicans. And I'm not a Republican, but what I am
Somebody
tired
said,
of
oh,
is,
Amber said Obama. Tasha said Clinton's. Sister Belazar
yeah,
said that was Bush. So it
yeah,
happened though, probably through all that to get the bills passed. It
yes,
don't happen.
yes, yeah. But I'm just saying, I see a trend when we assume they're all black people because I don't have no problem with Ronald Reagan. Thank God my mama made it through. But I watched a lot of people fall under them Clintons to the crack.
Mhm.
and who are still stumbling to this day to regain their families. That didn't happen under no damn
That's real talk.
Republicans. That happened under Democrats. Because I lived it. I was there. And I wasn't there living it blindly because I belonged to one party. Because sometimes black folks, when we belong to a party, we don't be honest about what's going on.
Well, that's just
We'll
like
point out.
belonging to a political party is like dealing with family now. You'll overlook all your family's faults, but point out everybody else's. You'll point out all the alcohols in somebody else's family. You'll point out all the wrongdoing in everybody else's family, and not look at your family who robbing people, killing people, taking over shit, all kind of. And that's what politics has evolved to. It's almost like a
That's a
family.
good.
They'll shed the light on everybody else and not their own political affiliations.
Yeah.
Um, Tina McClain said, "I've wised up when it comes to politics. They're all complacent. They really, really
Thank you,
are.
sis. That's all I'm
Political
trying to
stuff
get
is
at.
the Amber says political stuff is the lesser of two evils. Neither one of them care in reality. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's where I'm at. I just feel like, because I seen stuff go down really big. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like the Democrats, they kind of like to see black people like at the bottom, always trying to save welfare, trying to save affordable housing. We've had affordable housing for over 100 years and we're poorer than we've ever been. There's other groups that have come to America and they have surpassed African Americans. And when I say African Americans, I mean people who are descendants of people who were enslaved and who built the country. If you come here from Ghana, you're not an African American. Maybe you're a Ghanaian American because you know exactly where you come from. But we so damn desperate, we co-opt everything that was meant for us because we keep thinking we need to share. But nobody else shares with us. Nobody. Nobody. So, and I'm not saying that the
I
Republicans don't do stuff, but I also know that, you know, when Obama was in there, he had the Senate and the House and still didn't do shit for black people. And then that's when that fucking wave came of the Republican branch of the Tea Party. That's when all them came in there.
mhm.
And then we got back to blaming the Tea Party instead of saying what happened to all those Democrats that was in there the same time Obama was.
Mhm.
Why black people still didn't get shit? We can't even
Yep.
admit that we are just as complacent and we are co-conspirators with these Democrats.
Absolutely. And I think when it comes to politics, we can't even get caught up in Democrat, Republican. No, you got to see what each individual person is able to do for you and what your needs are. We cannot look at it. We can't just be like, oh, the Democratic Party for black people or Republican parties for this person. Now we got to look at each individual person as it
I
comes.
agree.
Sister Belazar says, now that's the truth. Everything black people have fought for, it's the other people that are benefiting. And when it's time for them to help us, the ass is all, they ass all run away. Yeah, they ain't messing with us.
Yeah.
Man, where your
Which
glasses at?
you
You
shut up,
squinting your
Khadijah.
butt off.
Shut up. Yeah. Tasha said something else. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put this up here and then because this
Exactly, issue
now we
based.
about
Yeah,
to
it has
get
to be
into it.
issue based.
Yeah, yeah,
So I sent
yeah.
you this because I saw this, and it's a whole lot little video with it. But they're saying that a lot of black women are
Me
being
too,
forced to
Tina.
date
I'm sorry.
outside of their.
Me too, Tina. Sorry, Khadijah. Go ahead.
Agree. That's why I'm a registered independent. Okay. Um, they're saying that some black women are being forced to date out of their race because there are no quality black men for them, and particularly melanated black women, because black men don't think chocolate women are beautiful or that they will have beautiful children or that they features are not what's attractive. They don't like the skin tone. What is your opinion on that? Rez, let's start with you, player. What's your opinion on that?
You know, I think
Haven't
you got.
dated someone who was not African American,
I
because you
certainly
dated
did. Was
outside of
with
your
him.
race, and that's
Yes,
my
I did.
dog. Y'all know that's my boy. But I'm saying, what
But he was more cultured than most black people I knew.
say that. Yeah.
That's fucked up, ain't it? And my thing is, see,
Hmm.
I'm not blindly. I don't know.
Tasha said false news.
Yeah, yeah. I don't buy narratives, y'all. One thing about me, I deal with reality. So I'm not doing this fake like I'm waiting on a brother. That's not I'm waiting. I want to be with who loves me.
That part.
Now I'm with somebody who's he's from Nigeria, but he's been here for 40 years, retired. He's well off, on his home. It's like all of these kids, he's very into family, you know, put all his kids through college. Most of them have like fucking master degrees and PhDs and all that shit. Even his son, who's been around some Negroes who's acting a fool, this fool has a 4-year degree. And I wonder how many of his homeboys know that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I don't know. I think when you look at black women, you can't fault us from wanting to have some happiness. I think we got to really stop with this oppressive behavior of black women. And I'm talking to not just black men, but black women who produce these motherfuckers. Like some of y'all have produced sons that your ass need to go to jail for. Because
That
somewhere in
part.
his mind, he think it's okay to shit on me and compare me to other
That
people.
part.
But would get mad if I
That part.
compared him to the white man. He would be heated if I compared him.
Hmm.
So I
I
don't
think
think there's
black
nothing wrong
women
with
are fed up with living in a box and having to date only what's in their neighborhood. I think they
yeah.
want to be loved the way they want to be loved. And if that's not a black man, then it's not a black man. That's just my opinion. We never
Yeah.
question why a black man gonna have children with a white woman or a non-black woman. We just say that's who fell in love with. He can't help who he loved.
That's
But when
true.
we do it, we it's like, oh, she want to have a kid with me. Maybe he loved the hell out. Maybe he, as they say, he loved her dirty draws and she happy. So I say date up. I know too many single black women that are good, that will
Yeah.
be a great mate, have they self established. Some of them still working on it because black men, everybody's a work in progress always. I don't get nobody's perfect. Nobody got the answers to everything. It's always something in a relationship. Ain't shit all perfect. But I want sisters to be loved and be with somebody that loves and worships them. If that person ain't black, then so be it. That's
Yes.
it. That's all. Sister Belazar said, that's what I don't understand is why these brothers don't want our sisters. There's some good women in here. And Tina said, we fed up with niggas. Eh, it's people want companionship. Amber says, the other colors of men treat me like I'm better than sliced bread. Black men see me as a friend, fuck buddy, and never seem to be serious about being in a committed relationship.
Oh shit, that was loaded.
Now, where do you usually meet your men at? Are these people you've known for a while that know you? You know what I mean? Like, because some people don't know. Some people, you know, might be
That's
at a
the
bar
heated
and think
one.
it's an easy hookup or what. Yeah, but I'm just curious.
Ooh,
And
that's
I
heated
I've
right
had the
there.
opposite. I've had some pretty cool black men that I've dated, but then my expectations are high. So if you looking like somebody that ain't about nothing, I didn't really have time for you. I'm married now, but I don't have a bunch of horrible black man stories, thank God. Because I would look at my sisters. No, I'm playing. I look at people around me like, oh yeah, I'm not fucking with nobody like that. Yeah, not
Yeah.
happening. Because I'm the youngest of six, so I look at other people as examples sometimes.
Let me say
People in our
yeah,
neighborhood.
that's real talk. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
What's up, Sybil? Go ahead.
I was gonna
Go ahead.
say this is the honest to God truth because I've been reflecting on this because I work a lot of girls and sometimes they ask me shit and I have to go home and reflect on it. But when I look back at my 20s and 30s, whatever, I think I was too conscious. I think I was a little different. Like I wasn't into hip hop the way that y'all know it. I only listened to shit that was conscious. I never gave myself permission to listen to shit like Too Short
Me, and I got your
and
cheat sheet.
like it was a part of my
Anybody can have that.
culture. Yeah. Like
Right.
I just feel like when I look at my 20s and 30s and 40s, I wasn't into the bullshit, which made me very different. And I think sometimes it's really hard as a black woman to really be honest on why I've never really been attracted to African American men. And I'm a cultural dater. So I like people who have culture, who love their mama, who love their from what I can see. And I just feel like sometimes not all, because I know some good black men, but they're married to black women who look
Tasha
mixed
Boone.
or light skinned or like I've faced that for real in my life and I never said nothing because I didn't want to seem like I was hating. But a lot of these conscious niggas, they wanted mixed girls. They wanted because I've been in that
Mm-hmm.
community. Them motherfuckers were so damn color struck. That's why I came. There's some shit I can never fuck with because I lived it. So you can't tell me we're trying to make black families here and everybody got high yellow people in the nation, Black Panthers, Black
That's called
Muslims.
grafting. We
But
know what
yeah,
that is.
fuck out of here. But I'm saying, but you were trying to make me feel some kind of way because I'm not going along
Mm-hmm.
with the bullshit. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
then when I would be
And there's
dating
so many.
people,
It's
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. There's so many black boys in the black neighborhoods that think out the box, don't listen to rap, don't do what I need, and they feel the same way as some black girls.
But let me say
Because
this
my
though,
son is a
Khadijah.
dark skinned.
I
Hold on,
agree.
I'm speaking for my son. He's
Okay.
tall, dark skinned. I don't know about, but and only girls that really holler at him that try to get with him is Mexicans and Asian girls. Because all the black girls want Mexican boys or like thugs, and he's out. He don't fit in that category. You know what I'm saying? That's a sad thing because they make you feel like if you're not acting like a video vixen or acting like somebody that they see on TV, if you do dress different, like Alana used to dye your hair different colors and shit like that, that's weird or something, or she's different, or she had rock music, cut up jeans, listening to, you know what I mean? That made her, she wasn't they type because she wasn't in the box that they used to be in, and she wouldn't put herself in the box for them. And that's
Yeah.
and that's a sad thing. What you want to say, Londa?
I was gonna say I get there are definitely black boys because I talk to my homeboys and some of them are like that.
Yeah,
But they always tell me, Khadijah,
probably can't even.
this is what I think we need to hear. it's always better for black boys because they're an anomaly. Some black woman will take that black man.
Well, we know. We
Some
see people
black
right now
woman,
who
no,
take a
no,
black
I'm just
man.
saying.
We know
I'm
that.
saying you could be a weird black boy and you can still have your choice of if you want a black woman or not.
Or
That
not.
doesn't
Yeah,
ring
I
true
get
for
you.
black women and girls. It just does not. Black people have a way of making you feel like something is wrong with you because, we'll, like, for instance, we the same people who act like Will made, Jada made Will slap Chris Rock instead of nigga did it on his own. We are the only people who
Mhm.
make women responsible for all kind of shit that we have no control over, like real shit. Or don't call the police on that man. So many black women is dead today because they did not want to call the police on the man that was whooping their ass because somehow we feel like we have to protect his life at the extent of our own. I don't belong to that club. I will
Me
call the
either.
police in a
And
motherfucking
and to back
heartbeat.
you up even further, and black women, we're so critical on black women because we'll know somebody who's with a deadbeat or a bum, and we'll dog that woman out as to why she chose him instead of saying why he's not a man. So I'm right there
Right.
with you. We really hard on black women. We really
Oh,
hard on
girl.
black women. And Tasha, I want to big up you because you're so honest. I had my share of problems with black men, but I had to also check myself of the men I was letting in my life. Sometimes there are major red fucking flags. And because I think black women want to be with black men, sometimes we overlook these giant red ass racing flags that's flagging everywhere. So Tasha, big ups to you for saying that because some people just can't admit that. Hey, I picked the fuck
I
out. He
agree.
looked like a loser. I knew he was a loser, come from a line of losers, and I thought I could make him a winner. Because black women are sometimes
We
act
love a
like they
project.
are
We
rehab.
love a project.
Yeah, like we're a rehab for black men. We'll take ex alcoholics, we'll take ex drug addicts, we'll
That's
take
real
ex
talk.
pimps, we'll take ex somebodies, and we can
We'll take them.
we're the antidote. We can make him all better. He just didn't have
Hey,
someone like me, and then he tear your ass down to the ground and you toe up. Let me hold on. Me get the one more.
wait a minute. He like
Tasha
Steve
says
Austin, astronaut, buried alive player.
what? Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
think.
Pretty
Go
much,
ahead.
Tasha said, honestly, speaking the moment I dated, according to my self esteem at the time.
Yeah.
Bingo. So
Yeah.
I had to change how I felt about myself to lift the quality of the man. They should do what makes them happy, but don't speak for all, just yourself. That's all they can
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Um, Amber, I don't even connect with today's trends, even when I was young, but the caliber of man that raised me set the bar very high. Yes, Uncle George did. Uncle George was old school gentleman. Yeah, straight up. Tina said exactly. I got so sick of people blaming Jada for what Will did. He's a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Amber said, build a beer man. Tasha, we need
Yeah.
to stop bullying, building beers. This does our do it yourself. Yeah, you gotta do, yeah, I ain't gonna be
Oh
able to do
shit.
it.
I just feel like this is a topic
Well, I'll
like
put my charger.
my
Hold
thing
on,
is
I
I'm
gotta put my charger on.
okay. You fine. I'm gonna say I just feel like we just gotta like when I see women with white men, I just say, God bless them. I hope they happy. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
But I never hear, and maybe
I'm
this
gonna
has
cut my
just been
camera off
my
real quick. I'll be right back.
okay. Maybe this is
I'm
just
still here,
me,
y'all.
but okay, but I've never heard a black woman down a black man because she's with a white man. And I was with the white man for like
No,
15 years and I never did no shit.
hell
Even
no.
even when my girls would meet him or he come to my job or something like that, and they'd be like, wow, like, ooh, I'm gonna get me a white boy. I said, for what? Why you didn't get a white boy?
And-
And we would have, I said, well, it's a characteristic. You're looking
Well,
at
probably because they
character.
wanted their kids to have good hair. No, I'm just
No,
playing.
I really
'Cause that's
think
the
I
narrative.
think they really sometimes people
uh,
make the assumption that when you date outside your race, it's all
that you hate black
roses.
people.
Like black women
Yeah,
gotta
that's true.
stop thinking white women are easy because they really fucking not. See there? I've been able to talk to a man who's married to a white woman. I told him I've never had this conversation before. But he was like, there's some real shit that come with dating white women. Like if they call the police, how white
That's
people,
the
how
choice
that
this
white woman.
nigga made.
No, I'm just saying, but how the white woman has that extra layer of
How she
protection.
switch up.
So you not gonna fuck over her like you would do a black woman. So y'all act like they life is just easy. It ain't easy. That's the lie we tell ourselves though. We be like, that's because other women, they ain't gonna check you like me. Girl, get the fuck out of here. It all this exists in all the races, y'all. Please believe me. I met a woman she was Filipino. She had a brother by a black man. They came to the thing. He got a new Filipino woman. She was like, I'm so glad this nigga out of my life. She didn't say nigga, but she said, I'm so glad I ain't like, oh my God. Cause she done been with the man. So she know what the hell he's like. She's like, thank you, God, that I got out of that and I got my beautiful daughter, but that's it. So don't think that other women don't see the difficulties that we could have been dealing with if we was with them.
Experiencing.
But we act like
And
somehow Yeah, go ahead, Keith. I'm sorry.
And it's good and bad men in all races. Some people feel like if they got a white man, the black woman ain't got no problems. If they got
Yes.
a man from Africa, they ain't got no problems. If they got a man from Norway, they got it's fucked up men in every race.
Every
That's
oh
why people
girl.
date outside of them races. So that's it. I'm straight up with you. Sister
Who you
Melazar said, after my first husband, I didn't care if he was white. I just wanted someone to treat me like a woman and woman should be treated. And y'all are the cutest couple. Her and her husband are the cutest couple. White men are
oh
still men. Period.
you better say
White
that.
men. What up, young? Exactly, all types of folk in any color. Yeah, it's just good and bad. It's about your tolerance level. Some people can
A-
tolerate a bunch of
Ask
bullshit, and some
Keon
people
about this picture.
can't. Keon, brother Keon, chime in. So they're saying that black women are being forced to date out of their race, melanated black women, because black men are not of their caliber or not stepping up to the plate to date them, and don't. So, what is your opinion if you have one on it? I know you do. If you could
Yeah.
summarize it, I know Keon probably go to hell in. Tasha said it's all assumption unless you know the story. And there are white men who are truly attracted to black women. I mean, why not? We fine as hell. Just saying,
I know
real
that's
talk.
right.
And you see, and I'm not trying to be funny. White men also, in my opinion, what I've witnessed, they like authentic black women. So usually
You
when they
better say
marry
that.
somebody black, they're gonna get somebody with some melanin and somebody that, they like authentic. They don't want watered down. They don't, that's why they drink bourbon straight up. They don't never say me get a bourbon and a coke. They drink they shit straight up. They
That
like
is
raw.
so
I'm
true. I
serious.
didn't even think about that
They like
shit.
authentic. They don't like watered down, diluted stuff. So, you know, but
But I also
oh yeah.
think now I'm gonna put somebody on here that I think adds to the problem of black women and black men. And hear me out. So DL Hughley recently released a
You always
video.
saying, hear me out.
Yeah, he released a video
Like your
showing a
disclaimer.
an African American woman doing her wedding vows, and she did not like having for richer or for poorer, and she didn't like having the word obey. Then he showed a woman from Africa get married who had on a gang of makeup, and she talked about how she gonna love her man and she gonna follow his lead, and of course she went all in. And then he was saying, well, you know which one I take. Now I'm thinking this is DL Hughley, who is a comedian who is not the best of husbands, uh, really gonna try to talk about black women and our choices. Like, if you don't want to be with somebody because they broke, like, then don't marry him. And I guess they talk about, but my thing is, how you gonna take? You know how many black women do those wedding vows, obey, and this motherfucker beats the hell out of them and shit. You know what I mean? Some people do it and they okay with
Have 10
obeying.
babies on her.
Yeah, like yeah. So it's kind of like
Blow all her money.
how do DL Hughley and then Alexander, the sister, came and was like kind of checked his ass, like, dude, but we have divisive people out here who made his whole living talking about black people and ghetto culture and his non-funny ass stand-ups. How you get to keep dumping on black women because of their choices? Go ahead.
D.R. Hughley has, you see, we don't see him on shit. He's on a radio show. So, and it's a lot of people stream it, but they don't, people are tired of D.R. Hughley. He wasn't one of, Keon said, people, they who they will, I truly care, but I don't care. Good answer. So, yeah, D.R. Hughley, I didn't even see this because I don't really, D.R. Hughley is just funny to me. He always he's a bandwagoner. He jumps on the bandwagon a lot of stuff when it's against black people. So I don't know about D.R. Hughley. My
That's my
question is,
point.
what was his vows and did they match how he treated the black woman who stood by him?
I've
True
heard
that.
a lot of rumors about him cheating on his wife and everything. So I'm just saying, it's kind of like, how you going? Why are you so interested in judging black women what they do and don't do? Like, dude,
Isn't
go
that what
go open
most
up a
isn't that what most men who cheat? They always want to critique
that's what
somebody's
got Chris
womanhood,
Rock
and that's
ass
like they be
slapped.
the cheating his ass. Yeah, they be the cheating his ass. People want to critique everybody else's relationships and what they should and shouldn't be doing. And he probably don't tell him the skeleton to open up his closet. Probably fall. He probably could build a couple of graveyards with the bodies fall out his closet, the bones. So yeah, he just I don't know. I
Then
don't
we
know.
also got, because Sister Tasha's in here, she sent me this video. I can't play the video. However, Tasha, I will play. Hold on, let me get this up. It's Dr. Umar Johnson. So I guess Umar Johnson had a clip where he talks about, is it black men's fault that black women are so masculine? That's what he said. I think we don't even know what masculine is, but that's just my personal opinion. Because I don't think we know what racism is, and I think we don't know. I just think we don't know what some of these things are because we love to use it, but then I don't think we know what are. I think black women possess both. You know what I mean?
Sister Melazar said he stepped out on his wife, and if I'm not mistaken, has a baby outside of his marriage.
That's my point. So
DL needs to sit down somewhere.
how he gonna talk about wedding vows? Nigga, if you don't sit your fucking hair down, hair down. I mean, that too. But you know what I mean? I just see stuff like
Oh
that and be
God.
like, oh my God. So here's Dr. Umar Johnson, and I can't play it, but he's basically saying that black women is black men's fault that black women are so masculine. What's your thoughts on that, Khadijah?
I think I don't. I'm not gonna say it's their fault, but I do see a lot of women, not even masculine, but just taking on the gender role of a male, like being the provider of the home, taking out the trash, taking the kids to basketball practice, teaching their sons how to piss in the toilet when the man's home. Um, I do see a lot of, and I see some women that's just very mannish in their behavior, the way they react to things, a very masculine energy, rah rah, protector, So I don't know. I don't know. I think that come from lack of married black women and black women having black men in their life, even if it's not a husband, to be able to speak up for them or to assist them in a masculine way. So they have to be who they have to be. So I don't know if they made them masculine, but I think it's just a lack of, at one time, my mom and dad used to have parties and everybody had a husband or a significant other.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
So it was
remember that.
always that kind of, now you'll go somewhere and it may be all women and only one woman in the room has a husband. And
Mm.
so she may bring her man the plate and everybody look at you or fix his plate, baby, you need something. They look like he get his own shit. It's almost like we're conditioned to just seriously, like we're just
No, it's the way you
conditioned
said it.
to be, just hard. We know somebody that's very hard, not
Yep.
very feminine and soft, but very hard. Not maybe because she had to be. I don't know the reason why she's so hard, but she's very hard, even with her mate. Talks to him as if it's her child. So I don't know. That's a good question, Tasha. I'm glad you sent that. I don't know. I can't pinpoint that he's the only one. I think it's a lack. I think it's a lack of male energy, and so some women are taking that shit up, and they got that male energy. Go ahead. What you gonna say, Londa?
No, Sister Balasar had a comment, and then I'll get
She
to
said, I
it.
think it stems from slavery because my mother raised us. If we do not wait for a man to do anything, do it for yourself now. Tasha said, strong is not masculine. We have become the educator, protector, and provider. I just don't think it's masculine. Yeah, but at
I
one
don't either.
time, yeah, but at one time though, some of those things, um, a woman is not made to go to take care of a man. A woman is not made to work 4 jobs and take care of an able-bodied man
Uh oh.
as a provider. I'm not saying they have to provide everything, but they should be bringing something into the home. And I think, and that's not necessarily masculine. That's just, I don't know. Go ahead. What was you gonna say, London? Riz, what was you gonna say?
No, I agree. I think you and Tasha are both right at the same time. I think when we
Mhm,
take things back to slavery, gotta be very careful with that
mhm.
because before we got over here as slaves, things weren't perfect in Africa. I know we like to do this thing. We was all in Africa chilling, and the white man showed up. That's not what was happening because we was warring with each other too. And I also think just because something is a role that works for some women, don't mean it's working for all the women. When that woman on the video, when the man said obey and she stumbled, I would have a hard time saying obey because I feel like you only should obey God. Honestly, I think we could reflect each other and in the yin and yang. I believe in that, but I feel like
Me and
people we come up with these words and the shit don't even make no fucking sense. How am I obey you and I'm paying all the bills? What fucking sense does that make?
and me
How do I
and
obey you
me
and
and
you
my
don't even
husband,
do
we
outside
took
chores?
we took me and I'm sorry. Me and my husband took obey out and put respect to love, honor, and respect. We took
I'll
obey out
take that.
because
And you
nobody's
know what?
property, nobody's over somebody else. Go ahead.
Khadijah, look, just to back you up, I guess in 19 something, because of the domestic violence started going on record, it was so abusive, they took obey out the marriage vows. And I thought to
Mhm.
myself, then that they replaced it with love and some other shit. I can't remember what it was. They replaced it with something. And I just feel like sometimes when we're trying to stop things in our society, we could do very basic shit to shift it, but we won't do it because sometimes we be in love with words that don't mean shit. That's like women love to say, "I was
And
married," and
words
they
that we
really and
don't
they
practice.
right. That's what I'm trying to say. You got me.
Hmm
Yeah,
Tasha said, where the man is absent, that's when it becomes strength. And Sister
yeah.
Bellazzar said, that's when you write your own vows. Absolutely. You can write, we in a different culture. You can write your own vows to suit your relationship. I had a very non traditional wedding. I didn't have any bridesmaids. I didn't have a flower girl. Because sometimes to me, that's a lot of fluff. I told people I'm about the vows and not the wows. And so, yeah, we were very basic. But that's when you get to write your own ceremony and do your own thing. I think that's awesome
I, I
sauce.
I think we forget that. I don't know. I just think we in love with things on paper. But if somebody took a checklist and say, "Huh, let's see how you did as mother," and check that, some of us will be looking really bad. Or we say,
Hmm.
"Hey, you're the man of the house. Let's see if you did all the man of the house duties." You know what I'm saying? But we be the first to act like, and we're also black women. Stop acting like it's your job to make men feel some kind of way because they're human, like you're human. Like we cannot control how they feel. I don't get. I hear too many women
That go
say,
back to them
"Well, I want
emotions.
him to. I want him to feel like a man." So what? Like that's not your
How do
job.
you know what a man feel like? Yeah.
Hey, I will never forget. Here's my one lesson from the non-black man I was with for years, longest relationship I've ever been in. One day we got in a disagreement, and I said to him, I said something stupid. I can't remember what it was, and I said, "Am I messing with your manhood?" Just like that. And he looked at me and he chuckled. He said, "I was raised by my mother and father. Nothing you could say to me that would determine who I am as a man."
Check. Yeah.
I was fucked up because all of my life I have heard men talk about people stepping on their manhood and emasculating them. I've heard that so much only
They
from
was
black men.
already weak. They was already weak punk ass men to begin with. If somebody can say some words to make you feel less than a man, and you got two ball sacks, you got ball sack on both sides of your penis, then you have mental health issues. If somebody can say something to make like no man can say something to make me feel like I'm not a woman. There's nothing you can say
Hello.
to be like I'm not a woman anymore. Nigga, I'm gonna be a lady all day. Like so yeah, yeah. That's somebody
I just
looking
remember
for an
feeling
excuse
so
to not
checked because
be their full potential.
I've never heard a man say to me.
And first of all, that line sound like something out of a movie. Am I messing with your man? That's like something that Alexis Carrington would
Yeah,
say on
but you know,
Dynasty or some shit.
I hear
That's what it
black
sounds like.
women, I hear black women say all day long, black women are emasculating black men. I be like, get the fuck out of here. How do you feel like when women have to go to work because they don't have a partner? Are they supposed to lay down and die? If our ancestors did that, we wouldn't even
Who
be
was
here.
let out and die?
Yeah, I mean, bro, we were waiting for men to come rescue us, we would all be
We trying
dead.
to survive out this mother. People got bills to pay. They got children to feed. They're trying to survive. They could not wait for a certain black man to get themselves together and know their self worth. And I don't have time
I
to,
would
to
say
build you up
this.
like that. That
I
happens
am
as children. If
I
they don't
am
have the
I
right,
don't
that's why you got to be careful. Hold on, that's why you got to be careful who you have kids with, because if that's instilled in you as a child growing up. So when you're a man, you know who you are. You can't raise a man. Black women want to raise they mate. You cannot raise a man. He's grown already. His fabric has already been woven. That is who the fuck he is. He's a grown ass man. You can't get a man at 28 or 27 and try to make him into this force. He's already who he's gonna be. Deborah, we have to do what we have to do and get the job done. Amber said black women don't have a safety net. Tina McClain said amen.
yeah. I was gonna say I would be interested to see if Umar Johnson, I don't know how old he is, but I'm pretty sure he's up there. Is he has he created a family? Does he have wife or wives? Because it depends on what traditions he's in. Do he have children? I am so tired of black men trying to figure out the black woman. Figure out your own black ass and put that shit into practice. I want to see if he has a family. Seriously, I would love to, not just hookers that he say got a big booty and he hook up with him. Not that shit, because he's been busted on doing that. You know what I mean? I would like to see his example. Because black people, we love to make niggas into leaders, even though, you know what I'm saying? We don't even check this nigga's credentials. What is his credentials?
Tina McClain said I don't trust his ass. I don't trust any black man who think they have the
Oh
authority
shit.
to tell a black woman what is feminine about her, what's wrong with her, what to fix with
Yeah.
her. I don't trust any black man that does that. Not Dr. Umar, not Farrah Gray, who's Dr. Collins' son, not him,
Yeah.
not 19 Keys, who we knew as a child. None of these black men that can try to fix a black woman, but we got all these fucked up black men out here, but they can fix a black woman. I don't listen to any of it. It's rhetoric. It's memorized pimp talk that they now put in and make it sound good. They throw a sister, a black queen, a beloved in that motherfucker. But it's just all pimp talk. I don't trust none of them. That he and not to be funny, he don't even look well groomed to me. I wouldn't listen to him anyway. He doesn't look well groomed. So how you gonna tell me about my femininity? What I gotta do? You don't comb your beard out. You look rough. Like he couldn't tell me shit. at 48. Maybe he's for people who are younger or something, but he couldn't tell me a goddamn thing.
So
Not me. He
Tasha
has
Tasha
degrees just like
said,
something I wanted to hear about. He has
okay, hold on.
degrees.
I want to talk about those degrees though. So hold on a minute, because some people say some ain't real. I don't know, because I watch a lot of stuff that he's been on or
Well,
whatever.
is
Um,
this degree in public speaking? Because that's all the
no,
fuck I see him do. What has he
yeah,
built with
well,
these
he's a
degrees? I know he had a
psychologist
school going.
supposedly. Yeah, he's supposed to be a psychologist, but there's a lot of every people, all the people that we see in Congress, them motherfuckers got degrees too. All the people who teach y'all kids and are racist as fuck, they all got degrees too. Degrees don't mean shit to me. So I think he may have a PhD, which means piled high and deep. So I don't know. I think I'm not moved by, he got a million followers. I ain't moved by none of that. Because the devil got a gazillion followers. So I'm not impressed with it. But I also think black women, I feel like this is called when you don't have good dick energy, you will follow any dick that will do. And that's what I've seen. I've seen a lot. Me and Khadijah been in some places, and a lot of
Oh,
these
this
women
fool here.
who follow, like, movements. There'll be a whole, like at the church. There'll be a whole bunch of women and three preachers. That's all people who need dick. I've been in Islam. There's a lot of women who be covered up with a stanky, dirty ass, covered up from head to toe because they believe absolutely in the power of the dick. Let's just be honest. And so I just
Yep.
feel like we in the
I can
black
see
community,
it.
we are so that dick energy. We'll take any dick. Any dick will do. It could
You
be
ain't
a
never
dick.
lied.
Yeah, you know I ain't lying,
It
Khadijah.
could
And
be
I'm
a
not trying to hurt
dirty
anybody's
dick.
feelings.
It could be a
Yep.
dirty dick. It could be a homeless dick. It could be an unemployed dick. It could
Yep.
be I got 8 baby mama dick. It could be I just got out from being incarcerated dick. It could be I'm
It,
still incarcerated dick.
taking dick.
It could be abusive dick. It could be somebody taking dick and they still. So I'm just laughing because when you said power high and deep, that that
That's
that's just
Kala
what
Muhammad. I
I
have my
know.
masters.
You know
I
I
have my
know what
but
color
and it
is.
was like, and I'm trying to be funny, and I'm not down on people with education. I think is important. But to me, some of
Well,
the
we know
most
you're not because you just
educated
named
people,
people
yeah,
that yeah.
I know so many educated people that are lazy than a motherfucker. We have more degrees probably than any other group, and we haven't built shit. We have one Jeffrey Canada who built the school. We have the motherfuckers who I seen building shit. These were people who came from the bottom. Like the nation had a bunch of shit the first dispensation.
Yes.
Okay, that means the first time they
Not
was
for
up.
this one.
Marcus Garvey, these were people who they built shit. It seemed
Had
like
nothing.
education slows you down, and then you can't build shit because you think you're supposed to be the supervisor or the boss. But I was taught in order to be the boss,
Mm-mm.
if it means I gotta scrub the toilet, I'm gonna have to scrub the toilet. You feel me?
The boss
Most
supposed to know
motherfuckers don't know
every
that.
aspect of the job,
The
be able to do
job,
every job on
you
the
better say
job.
it.
Sister Belazar
Yeah.
said, you learn, for example, my husband would ask me to borrow money, first husband, and I would ask for my money back. And first thing he would the first thing he was saying, I give you dick. I go, dick didn't get the money. I want my money. Okay, now this is old school right here. Yeah, that
I'm
sounds
feeling
about
that.
right. And, and you know
And
what,
no,
Sister Belazar?
mm,
I know a lot of women right now who pay for dick without knowing they're paying for dick. And I'm gonna tell you
oh
what I mean
shit,
by that.
you better
They're with
take
the
it.
mate who is unemployed or very low earning, maybe drive or lift once a week or some shit. I don't know, or I don't know, but very low earning. And but to keep him around, they'll work 2, 3 jobs. They'll make sure he got new shoes. They'll make sure he got clothes. They'll make sure that's
Mm,
buying penis. That's the same thing. You just ain't telling him, you just ain't giving him cash, but you're supplying all of his needs as long as he's dicking you down. That's a lot of women are paying for dick nowadays. A lot
damn, Khadijah, that's hard.
educated women, and even people that's on. I'm even being funny. Even some people who don't have jobs live off the system. They'll get a man who's moving with them on their Section 8. Wait for them to get their welfare check or their SSI check for their kids or some shit, or whatever they got, and they'll live off of them even then. And they'll make sure they got their shoes and got their blunt wraps and got whatever they need. It's people paying for they paying for dick the same way, they just don't know it, but you're paying for it. That's some low self esteem. That's
I,
low self esteem. Some people are just desperate. Some people are
yeah.
desperate for love and want to cuddle with somebody. Before I got
And
around
I'm
cuddle
a
with a pillow very nicely.
yeah, I'm gonna say this. I think we gotta be honest, and I'm definitely saying yes. I get low self esteem. I get it, but I also think some of this shit is unhealthy black culture, because most black
Hmm.
women are programmed to believe it is our job to build this nigga. Like for real, like we think we'll tell women that we'll make women feel some
Hmm.
way. Like we'll be like, well, he need a good woman to believe in him. Why the fuck I gotta like? Are you
Why I gotta be
serious?
me?
Yeah, you got to believe in something. Well, shit.
Something.
Why don't you believe
I
in
believe
me?
it.
Now who the
Like,
fuck is you? Because that's what
Si-
the Ice Cube. Remember?
Sister Belazar said yes. Listen to Tamar Braxton. She said she is not going for good. She wants mediocre dick because that good dick get you in trouble.
Y'all, I'm serious. That power of the
Oh
D, that
shit!
shit is real. Do you hear me? So that's all. I know that, but God bless Dr. Umar, because Lord knows there's a lot of women who will follow him. I just feel like the black nation right now is really weak because we got to go do some homework. Like we just got to do better homework, y'all. This can't be it.
Amber says struggle love, no thanks. And I
I
think
definitely can't do
Dr.
struggle love.
Umar is great for some people. I think it's a certain caliber of people out there or age group or whatever you want to call it that he's perfect for because he is getting them some new knowledges and stuff that they, but for those of us that's been around the block a little bit, up the block, one up the hill, different neighborhoods, he ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying
Yeah.
nothing. But some people, he's I think he's good for some people, just like other people, he's good for some people.
Okay, so these sisters, Khadijah, while we still on this relationship, so we don't like we just dogging on Umar Johnson. But a group of ladies made a list of places men should never take them on the first date. So here we go with the standard, y'all. Here we go. And I think there's nothing wrong with having a standard. I'm dead serious. If I'm on a date and somebody took me to McDonald's, I'm probably not going to eat. I may order a frappe or some shit like that, but like, dude, I'm on a diet. But I probably won't date this nigga again. But that's just me. So,
And
but
I
some of
think
these
unless
places I
you're
like.
13, I think unless you're 13 years old and you're doing allowance, you should not be taking a woman to no fucking McDonald's for no date. Like, unless you're 13 years old and you're using your paper route money or your allowance, we all too grown for McDonald's. Like, I'm with you on that, dude. This we not even. You
It's
know what?
just,
I just got a call. I have to go. That's when that happens. I'm not eating at no goddamn McDonald's for my first date. Oh, I got an emergency. I gotta go. That's when you duck out
hey,
on a date.
hey,
Um,
I'm laughing because I said I would order a frappe because I'm ghetto like that. I'd be like,
you're
yeah, I'm gonna
right.
get something.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
give
get
me
this little
something to
$5
eat.
drink. Yeah. So listen, y'all rate these. Tell me that this is just kind of ridiculous. Some of these places I like on here, so I don't know where they fuck they going on the first date. I don't know, but this says Cheesecake Factory. I love the Cheesecake Factory. Applebee's is good. Chili's is
They
good.
got good happy
I'll take
hours.
Chipotle. I love Chipotle. You know I love Olive Garden. This
Yeah.
says the
The
movies.
movies, you
Where
don't want
would
to go
you
to the movies on a date?
go? Okay, now
Your
number
house.
7. Your house. Okay, I agree with that one. I
Yeah,
agree
no,
that
that
we
should
should
not be
not
a
go to
first
your
date.
house at the first date because ain't
And
nobody
you go to
dropping
his
no
house on the
draws.
first date, you getting some. That's I was about to say. You know
Dropping
what
the
it is when you
draws.
go to that house on that first date. You about to get booty butthole naked.
That's right.
Any
This
fast
is
food chain,
yeah. I
no,
agree with that. No, I
uh-uh.
think we shouldn't.
Buffalo
Buffalo.
Wild Wings, unless our date is going to go watch a game or something like we happen to date on a big playoff game. Yeah, but other than that, don't take me to Buffalo Wild Wings either.
Don't
I
take
don't
me to
want a date to take me anywhere I
Wingstop.
can take myself.
Yeah, the
I would
Wing
be
Stop.
honest.
That's a no. Wingstop is a no go for
Yeah,
me.
no, no. It's Wingstop. Okay, what else they got?
Red
Red
Lobster.
Lobster.
No
I
buffet.
don't
No
know.
buffet.
No, but
No.
no, hell no.
No.
IHOP
No.
definitely not. Denny's no. The gym hell no.
Oh, we
Unless we
trying to say
both
I'm fat?
fitness
We
buffs
trying to
or
say I'm
something.
fat? No, I'm just kidding. No.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Okay. Church
Church?
no.
No. I'm sorry. Why no on church for you, Khadijah?
Because I don't know. I want to be able to talk on my first date. You can't talk in church. You can dates is about knowing who you date. You have conversation. What are we gonna talk about in church? Like you got to be quiet. So no, I wouldn't want to go to church. I want to be able to talk to him and see. I may not want to finish the date. I might have an emergency call. I've gotten out of some dates with emergency call. I was so glad when cell phones
And
came out.
yeah, you
Boom.
definitely can't. You definitely can't go to church looking like this
Yeah.
with your
Now you
belly
ain't you
out.
though, and that's who the
I
pastor be
know.
hollering at in secret. Nobody don't know about it. Starbucks,
Starbucks.
absolutely not.
I'm
No.
okay with Starbucks. We meet to talk over some coffee. That's not really a.
Yeah, no,
Was
you want
that a date?
that's not a date. That's not a date. That's a
Okay.
coffee break. I don't know what that
Okay.
is. Unless he's been trying to date you for weeks and you have a very busy schedule. Well, let's just meet for coffee on your lunch, on your break.
Yeah.
But that's about it. You ain't taking me on. I'm not getting dressed up to go no goddamn Starbucks for no date. Coffee dates, no. I'm not. Mm-mm. Ice cream dates, no.
No.
Family functions, I don't want to meet your family because if I don't
No.
like you, I don't want to see
Hell
them in the
no.
store.
Yes,
No.
so true.
Movie night, Netflix, Hulu, that's
No.
going to be in somebody's house. No.
Yeah.
Somewhere that requires a long drive. Nope.
No.
Bowling, yeah, that could be fun.
I
See if he's
like
competitive.
bowling.
I don't mind
Yeah.
bowling. Nightclubs,
Nightclub,
no.
no.
Hookah
Hookah
bar,
bar,
no.
no.
A bar for just drinks, no. You're going to get you drunk, girl, no.
No.
Waffle House, nope. Sports events, yeah, maybe. I would do a sports event
Yeah, I could do that too. So,
because you
okay,
can
some
talk
of
at
the
those
stuff on the
places.
Some of the stuff
This
on the
damn
list,
Amber
I agree
said.
with.
Tina McClain
All right,
said,
hold on. I'm gonna get to the
hold on, we got
comments.
some. Hold on.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sister Belazar said, hold on, we got some other ones. Omar is under Islam. He had two wives. Alicia Longmire said that. Hey,
Hold on,
Alicia.
hold on, hold on.
Amber
Before you
said,
go further, hold on,
LOL,
hold on,
crazy.
hold on, hold on. Before we get far, Umar is a Muslim, but do he follow all the tenements? Because the tenement said you can have as many wives as you can afford, and one is good for you
He
if you
don't.
but new. But most of y'all don't even practice that shit.
He don't even follow the grooming because Muslims are clean cut and shaven and well groomed. So no, he don't. We could keep going. He don't follow the shit.
Okay, go ahead.
Deborah Belazar said, on our first date, why can't we discuss where we're going? Because you shouldn't be going to a 5-star hotel on your first date. You're asking for a little bit too much. Now, that's, yeah, might be.
We can go to a
Um,
5-star restaurant. I take a
okay.
restaurant, but not no hotel.
Uh, Tina McClain said, yes, can't even digest McDonald's the same no more, right? I like
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory. Amber said, too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. Tina said, I like bowling. Amber said, I love coffee, so Starbucks is okay for me. Dr. Umar needs to go sit his ass down somewhere. Oh, Dr. Unarmed. I didn't need to say. Yeah, I don't even pay that man no attention. Like I said, I think he's good for some people. I'm almost 50 years old, so I don't want to hear no man telling me about how to be a man and I mean how to be a woman. And this man out here don't know how to be a man, and he has firsthand knowledge of how to be a man because he's a black man. So
Yeah. I just said, I'm okay with a 5 because I'm a 5-star kind of girl, honestly. You
and
know,
some people want to see if they have the money to
yeah.
uh,
Because
afford a 5 star.
even when that girl said that they got to obey and she stumbled, and when it says for richer for poor, she said no, no. He said I thought the pastor overstepped. He said, well, we discussed this in counseling. Look here, dude, you supposed to just marry us. If she don't want that in there, take it out. Because some people don't want to be with you if you poor. I know I
He's
don't.
not a good pastor. He's not a good pastor. They would have chuckled and made a little joke and then kept it
Yeah, he
pushing. So
said
who
we
is he to tell
talked
he's not a
about
good pastor?
this. It's like, how you trying to check me, pastor? But my thing is, some people don't want to be poor, and I feel like if you a man, you supposed to assure that we're not gonna be poor. But I don't know. I think we take this poor shit
That
too
part.
much. I'm sorry. I ain't mad because the sister said I don't want to date no bus driver because maybe she not built for that. I don't know.
The way she was acting on that video, she was a spoiled brat. Nobody wants to be bothered with her ass. Yeah, she was very. I seen that video. I think it was in
Whew.
Cheesecake Factory. She refused to get out the car. How all this whole list started. The guy took her to the
Oh, I
Cheesecake
know
Factory
that.
on their first date. She refused to get out the car. Was very rude to him and everything.
But
She would
here's
have
my
been riding the
thing.
bus home.
But here's my thing. What was it about her that he was willing to put up with that abuse? That's the shit I'm talking about. What does
He
she
didn't.
look
They didn't
like?
even go out to eat.
I'm just saying, but the
They.
fact that he even
Oh yeah.
spent any time with her, you see what I'm saying? Because
This
some
ain't
people want
her. This is not her.
No, no, no. I get you. I'm saying, but some people
Okay.
want plastically ass chicks, and then go around and say ain't no good women. Well, you picked this. You
They
picked
want.
this heifer,
They want plastic chicks and the way they look, but want a real woman when it comes to their empty pockets. You got to be
right?
down. You got to be down. But yeah,
It
Cheesecake
sure
Factory is
ain't.
not. It sure the hell ain't. It's not cheap. He didn't. He drove her right home. Yeah, I would have dropped her.
I would have put her ass
Drop
out.
off.
I would have put her
Drop it
ass right
off.
out. She'd have been sitting on the goddamn freeway waiting for her ride. For real. I believe in putting people ass out. Like, here you go.
Oh.
I'm gonna be nice by not throwing you out on the freeway because I probably should have threw your ass out on the freeway. Because who the hell is doing that? Like, how dare you go and try to, talk about how dare you? I don't understand this. I
I
really
think
don't.
sometimes people. It seems like nowadays some black women are so caught up in shit like where we going for a restaurant and don't see if he, has he murdered an ex girlfriend or some shit? Does he have child abuse charges? No, because
That's
I
real
watch
talk. I'm laughing the way you said this shit. Like they
because
have child
I
abuse
watch all
charges.
these. I watch all these things on YouTube, Black Girl Unlost, viral crimes, the family, and they talk about black women being murdered, and at least once a week it'll be somebody who has suspicion of murdering a former girlfriend. It'd be signs that he had domestic violence. We so worried about going to a nice restaurant or if he can afford it, we overlook all the other shit that could be wrong with him because we worried about what kind of restaurant we going to. Like
That I
black
agree
woman
with
got
that.
some shit. We don't even dig into nothing. Uh, Amber said cheesecake isn't horrible. It's just getting to know someone. What happens to real conversations? No one seems to care about the other person's character. It's very true. Because everybody nowadays date online. Not to be honest, you could be anybody you want to be on social media. That's the
You
real
sure the
problem.
hell
Then they get
can.
in person. You could be anybody. Sister Belazar says someone we made it, and he came up with the excuse to have her get out the car and told her to check the tire because it was going flat, and he left her. She tried to shame her,
Oh
but he really
shit.
showed her respect. He did. He gave her a lot of
That
grace
was
because
very
she would have
respectful.
got out my car.
I
Tasha said,
just
"Yep."
don't.
He
I'm
told her
sorry.
that she handled it was disrespectful and told her in her camera, "You're going home." Yeah, she was out of pocket.
I think he handled it with class. All I'm saying is I don't want him. I don't want to hear this brother talk about all black women are because of this one incident. I'm not trying to be funny because that's where I hear a lot of
Mhm.
that at. It's like, why would you even date? Why was you even attracted to somebody like this? Because some of the
Sometimes
shit you
people
bring on yourself.
Yep,
Just
and
saying.
sometimes people put up a good facade at first until you really talk to you. They seem real hunky dory over the phone or online or some shit, and then when y'all in together in the car for 20 minutes, you like really don't like like it's a whole different person. I don't know. Good question.
So okay, y'all, let's wrapping this up. I also wanted us to kind of wrap up on this note. Here is a woman who made $1 for a day's worth of work in the field. And when I hear
From
people
six
talk about
a.m. to
yeah,
4 p.m.
and she had 14 kids. And when I hear people talk about black folks who deserve reparation, are you kidding me?
Mhm.
Now Mexicans got this job now, but they get paid. They not getting
Way
no
more than a
dollar a
dollar.
day. Yeah.
Very
Like
true.
I think we could never forget these people because they were in our family. My grandmother did work like this. She's 96
Hmm.
today, but she was they call that migrant workers now.
I don't know if you watched the video, but when he was asking her about it, she talked so nice, but he was like, "And I met your children. They're so well mannered." So not only is she working in the field all goddamn day, she's still raising her kids with some manners. Because that's what he said. You watched that video. Nowadays,
Yeah,
black women, some black women act like they go to work, their kids can just run them up. Because I got a job. I can't be tending to. She was in the field all goddamn day long and still raise her children. So
yeah.
that's a big ups right there
I
to
just
me.
feel like she definitely deserved her descendants deserve reparations because you owe
Hmm.
her all that goddamn back pay. $1 a day.
Hmm.
They claim that's what they need to
Some people,
feed children in
some people.
Africa.
And I think some people this fucking line. Some people sorry y'all, this fool. And some prisoners make more than that in prison a day.
That's so true. I
So
just
and
see
they
when I
get
see
four hot
stuff
to
like this from the
three hot
when
to
I see
trot.
stuff like this from the archives, I just be thinking like, how can we just fix our mouth to say ignorant shit like African Americans don't deserve reparations? How do you who the fuck is going to do this for $1 a day? People in
Or
prison.
when the immigrant gets here and talk about they built the country. No, she picked the fucking fields. Like that irritates me when I see stuff like that. They act like black people were just chilling over here. That
Yeah,
that burns me smooth up.
I feel like
It's
black
almost like having a
folks.
heat flash.
I feel like black folks every day, like when you do your prayers, you should find some kind of black fact that happened to black people and post that shit and get it back in your conscience that something is really owed directly to you because we
That
are our
part.
ancestors and we're here to
That
collect.
part.
At least I know I am here to get mine. Just saying. All right, sis.
Better
We
get
about to
yours
wrap
because I'm
this
going to
up.
get mine.
Ma, you better
My
say it.
father, granddad was born on the plantation. My father before desegregation, he's still alive. Yeah,
Yeah,
Lewis.
yeah, something is old. Something is old. I'm sorry. Fuck all the dumb shit. Something is old. And if we got money for billions for Ukraine and billions for this and billions for that, well, your ass got billions for the descendants of people who were enslaved in this country. Fuck you mean?
Mhm. I
It's like my
agree.
cousin. Fuck you mean? You got the
That means that's
money.
not.
You see me? You got the
Uh-huh.
money. You know,
Exactly.
you got it.
Amber put exactly.
Okay, so
But
yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah, that's work put in. Well,
all
thank
right,
y'all
y'all.
for tuning in. We've been on here
Yeah.
an hour and some change.
Yep. Uh.
So
Uh.
y'all know Halloween coming up. I don't celebrate it, but I did go raid somebody's house today that had some candy before the
You know,
Halloween come up.
sometimes I'll be celebrating stuff for the fun of it, but not for the true meaning of the holiday. Like I am gonna
Hmm.
watch Coco and cry and think about my ancestors, like my daddy and my mama and Uncle Stanley, and Miss Mobley. I'm gonna think about all of them. That's what Coco did for me, the movie
Hmm.
Coco. So I think you should crawl up on the couch with your kids, your grandkids, your good friend, your husband, or whatever, and please watch Coco because it really warmed my life, warmed my heart up.
And then watch. Don't forget to watch Monster House with Zakai for Halloween because that's
Oh
a
yeah,
funny movie.
I'm gonna watch that
That's
too, girl.
funny.
I'm gonna watch that too.
Sister Belazar said, and we need to stop studying it and just pay the people. Yeah, it's hard to talk about this
I agree.
subject. I know it is. Thank y'all. The discussion was great. Thank you for tuning in, Tina. Thank you very much, Amber. Everybody tuning in. Cousin, what's up? We about to log off, cousin. We just wrapped up the show. I don't know if I tagged you. My bad, Kimberly. But I love the kids' Halloween costumes. They're getting so big and so cute. But anyway,
Yes.
thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah, we
Um,
will.
Everybody be great. And don't forget, y'all, do something special for yourself on purpose because you deserve it. All right?
I
We holla.
holla.
Peace, y'all.
Pigs, purse, purse.